ma'am?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. How are you?
I am also great. And I also many times for waiting for your reply because your every YouTube session I just comment you. I just want to talk to you. Like many videos I comment you.
Okay. So finally we are here today. You
Yeah.
got the chance out of blue where you just messaged me, emailed me, and I just booked the session. I was busy. I was a
Yeah.
little busy today, so I thought let's have the session with you.
I also message you on Skype app.
Hmm. I know that. Okay. So, may I know first about yourself? What is your name? I know your name, but apart from that, where are you from? What are your hobbies? What are you doing? And about your qualification too?
Definitely, ma'am. I am Pinky Devna. I belong from West Bengal. I had completed my graduation in geography honors, and simultaneously that time also I completed my 1 year computer course. And now 1 year from I start my UPSC preparation.
Wow,
And
UPSC.
talk about my hobby, listening music, yeah, reading book and listening music.
Reading books and listening to music.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice, ma'am. I also follow your channel. Just when I get free time, I always follow your channel.
Great, great. You must be learning. Any suggestion for me?
Can you repeat?
Any suggestion for me as you are my subscriber, so you must be watching my videos. So anything that you have observed so far?
No, no, ma'am. Your video is your conversation style and everything is very good. And I
Okay.
so easily understand. No issue.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So may I know when did you start working upon your communication skills?
Uh, last uh, Last year, first October from not first November from I start my spoken English because my communication skill is very weak. This reason I try enhance my communication skill, and this reason I start every day with myself self practicing. Like
Okay. So
recorded my videos 30 minutes, and like this way I practice with myself.
okay. So every day you practice in front of camera. You record yourself and then you watch your videos. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Or do you talk to co-learners too, like on Skype or on different applications?
Now recent time I start just 15 days, not 10
Hmm.
days, just 10 days from I start. 15 days from I start like video call through practices.
Great, great, great. Okay. So, would you mind describing your daily routine, which would be good for you to, as a practice, we can just share your daily routine.
Definitely. So first of all, I woke up 5:30 a.m.
Hmm.
and then I do sometimes then I do sometimes just 15-minute meditation and yoga I just do, and then I start my study, and I start a study of 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. I just 10 a.m. I just fast. I just just 3 to 4 hours. First of all, I completed, and secondly, I just 30 minutes I take break, and then again I start I join one coaching for UPSC. So
Hmm.
they are 10:30 from start classes, online classes, and 10:30 from 1 p.m.
Hmm.
I do class there, and p.m. break time. And that time I also listening English conversation video. I listen on YouTube,
Hmm.
and also then that time also I take lunch, and 2 p.m. from 4:30 again classes there, and 4:30 from I just 1 hour for I just take rest, and 5:30 from again I start my study 11 p.m.
Till 11 p.m. you
This
just
is my day.
Yeah, okay. So your most of the time goes with the study, I guess. You have
Yeah,
allocated the time, whole the time mostly to your studies, right? As you are preparing for
right,
UPSC, so
ma'am.
I guess you need to. Hmm. You have just started preparing for UPSC, am I right?
Mm, I started 1 year from
It's been 1 year.
2023 February. I start
So how's
last
your
year
preparation
February.
going?
Now my preparation is doing good, but and this season also I just 2 days from I don't practice this English, and
Hmm.
the whole time I give my preparation, and because just 2 months my hand, and after 2 months my exam is coming this season.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Yeah, and, right now you must be much focused for that, and you should be even. And simultaneously, if you are just practicing a bit, like 5 to 10 minutes of speaking, or as you are preparing for UPSC, so you must be doing the reading part already. So no worries, you will be able to handle it gradually. But yeah, that's great to know about your daily routine. Okay. Is there anything that you want to ask or want to discuss with me? If you have any question.
Yeah, ma'am. uh, Basically I learning this language I face some issue on grammar part. So
Hmm.
how we improve my grammar part, like uh, many modal verb like shoot, put. I many times I do mistake when I while I just speaking anyone. I do mistake like past tense. Some tenses also I do mistake. So how we improve my grammar part?
I think you know the answer already, since you have been now preparing for UPSC, and then you must be learning grammar part separately too, or maybe you must be doing the writing practice too for UPSC particularly, and then you are aware about grammar patterns. So I would not suggest to separately learn grammar patterns, mug up grammar rules. No, you know already grammar rules, so only I think one thing must be missing there, and that is practice. But it is not like you can be very good at grammar or at English overnight or even in a month. No, it is not possible. You at least have to be very comfortable with the language, with the patterns. Okay, so right now if you are making mistakes, as you mentioned that you are doing the practice like recording yourself in camera and then watching your videos, from there if you get any mistake, any grammatical mistake, note down that, and that check it twice or thrice a day or maybe thrice a week. So you, while talking again, while recording again a video, you can keep in mind that mistake. Okay, I did this, now I have to keep in mind that. First thing that you can do. Second thing is do more practice with other learners too. From there, if now when I talk to people, they make mistake, I correct, and I speak the same sentence correctly in my mind when I listen to them. Okay, they spoke it incorrectly. Okay, and let me speak it correctly in my mind. Or sometimes if the person is willing to get the feedback from my side, I provide the feedback to that. Okay, you made these kind of mistakes and you need to work upon this grammatical pattern. So like this you can improve. Third thing you can do is do the reading part a lot. You must be doing already, so be patient with it. It is a gradual process. We start speaking, and as soon as we start speaking, we think we want to speak correct English. We don't want to make any mistake, and we are afraid of making mistakes. Okay, so go with the flow. It's okay to make mistake initially, but if you are doing the reading practice, the speaking practice, gradually you will be able to improve. Just focus a little bit upon the feedback too. Give yourself feedback and then focus on that, and accordingly you can improve. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. I also try definitely because I, my surrounding not English environment. This season I don't practices more with practically with people. I just practices with myself. Like November month from February month, I just practice only with myself. first March form and just this month form I start like through video calling and practices with practically people. Before just 3 to 4 months, I just practice with myself.
Okay, that's
With
great.
these people,
Doing the practice with other learners too. From there, you will be able to, you know, that will boost your confidence level too. And that will boost your presentation skills, confidence, and then you will be able to speak it. And go a little slower. That will also help you to think properly and then, make a balance between thinking and speaking. Mostly when we have a little fear or nervous in ourselves while speaking, we tend to speak a little faster and then we don't match. We are not able to make a balance between our mind and our tongue. Like we think a little slower and we speak a little faster and then we start making mistakes. Like many a times it happens. So if you go a little slower, that can give a few seconds to make a proper balance between mind and tongue, and then you will be able to go good. Okay.
definitely, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely.
I want to ask
Thank
you something, and that is, if I ask you to describe your personality in 3 words, like, can you share 3 qualities of yourself?
I am a hardworking and consistent and dedication person.
Okay, okay. You have a lot of dedication, hardworking, and
Consistent because
confident.
I maintain my consistency, my study or learning this language.
Great, great, great. That's lovely to know. Hmm. Okay. Maybe you are attentive too. I have observed that. So, can you explain your hometown, like the place you live in, or the surroundings? Like, if you have anything special to share about.
I live in village, and my village is very nice, and my surrounding always everything is green, and many things
Must be
have,
very
and
calm and serene.
yeah,
Okay. How are the people who live around you?
my family.
Like anybody, your neighbors, you can talk about neighbors, people who live in your village.
My first of all, I say okay. I say my family. I am elder, and my two younger, just one younger brother and younger sister also have, and they are doing their now study. And my sister is also preparation for banking,
Hmm.
and my brother is he is now second year college.
Hmm.
She also
Okay.
he's also doing her now,
Hmm.
and my mother is a homemaker, and my father a businessman,
Okay.
and like anything you asked me about
Okay. So your father is a businessman. Why don't you think about joining him or, yeah, taking a part in his business?
my electrician.
Hmm.
So electrician,
Okay.
and this is and
Right. So tell me, how's the are you enjoying your preparation? Is it difficult or is it easy for you? Or now it is a little bit monotonous, or how you maintain the burden or maybe pressure? Yeah. Tell me about the preparation.
no pressure because I love study and I love reading book. This season I every day 9 to 10 hours I do study because
Hmm.
it is my 2 to 3 hours form. It is my habit. When I had college time, that time form I 6 to 7 hours I did my study,
Okay.
and then when I UPSC preparation, so I every day try 9 to 10 hours very focus way I try to give on my study.
Hmm.
And
So no
no
pressure.
issue because my hobby. No pressure. Just sometimes when I just just not boring, just anything don't like this. That time I just listening music and also English conversation video, and I mostly follow your channel because
Hmm.
you are a very positive person. When I saw your channel and your conversation video, I am very motivated feel and your face feel, and 30 minutes after again I start my study.
Okay, okay. So whenever you get bored, you start watching my videos and you get your motivation from there. That's great. And I think it
Uh,
means you kill two birds with one stone. You get your motivation and you
can
do
you
the listening practice too, right? Hmm.
yeah yeah, and I also follow many motivational speaker like Joy Kishori
Okay.
ma'am. I also follow her on
Hmm.
YouTube, like motivation videos, like many things I also follow her channel.
Great, great to know that. Okay. And is it easy to prepare for UPSC or it is really tough? How's it for you? Yeah, I know you are habitual
Because
of studying for many hours. That is a different part. But during that 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours in a day, it should be very interesting. Or how is it actually to you? Hello.
can you repeat again?
Yeah, how is it
Hello,
actually?
can you hear me, ma'am?
Is it difficult for you or is it easy for you?
Uh, Definitely because UPSC is one of the just hard exam, and
Best.
many people always anyone if she or he first of all saying it is very hard, you can't do this first of all, and like this kind of always always everything I always heard many people from many people, but I always okay, no issue. I just first of all these kind of people like this demotivate the many times do. So just ignore them, and I only focus my study because anything if your goal in your life, just two things I feel, two things is very important. Like you do hard work and consistent, and these two things I follow in my life, and this reason, I feel no issue have. I definitely clear this exam.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. I like the spirit you have. I like the motivation you have. Great. And that will take you to, and you will be able to achieve your goal. I believe in that. That's lovely. Okay, which newspaper do you read? You mentioned that you like reading too. Yeah.
I follow mainly Hindu newspaper,
Hmm.
Hindu, and also sometimes I follow now for films perspective. I just follow Indian Express also. Two
Indian
newspaper I
Express.
follow. Yeah, Hindu
Okay. So,
and Indian Express.
so is it easy for you now to read a newspaper?
And one thing I saying just I just December till I just read own just newspaper reading part, but January from I just join one page group. Their newspaper background data, what is important for UPSC, and everything note given there, and I join their page group,
Okay.
and everything note give me, and I revision for revision perspective I join there, and I revision only mm,
You
from
revise. Hmm.
revised this group form
Okay, you
nowadays.
revise all the imperative things which are required for UPSC, like focused for UPSC exam, not particularly for English. Okay, but while revising those two, you must be getting a lot of English new words every day, right?
Definitely, ma'am. Because every, and now just 2 months and happen 2 months just my hand, and so many 1.5 year current affairs whole thing revision,
Hmm.
and this season my everyday basis goal also I maintain, and so many thing every day I doing, and everyday basis goal I make, and this way I try completed everything.
Yes, it is. Oh, current affair is like, oh my God, very tough, very tough. I don't know how people remember this much current affair. Like every single day, there is a lot of things happening in the world, in the country. So you have to note down everything. You have to remember, mug up. Every single day, you will get 10 pages of new current affair. And how it is possible to
But
remember all the things?
current affairs, I love current affairs. There are many subjects. Just only I specific subject I read, like example economy or polity. Just one subject there have. But current affairs, there are 7 to 8 subjects every day you can read.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
science and technology and news, internationally any news you every day get find.
Mm,
Polity news, economic related, economy,
yes.
geography, every
Mm.
related news there have. So it is very
I
interesting when I read current
I
affairs.
love current affair. Like for reading purpose, it's good that you are getting something, every single day something to read, something to know. Okay, that happened, and then that happened, that scheme is changed, that is something new in the world, that is something happening new in the country, or that person is going to become this now, and then all that. For reading, simply for getting just knowledge a bit is okay. But for remembering for the examination for 1 year continuously and every day's current affair, remembering, with particular proper names, dates, and then the things which are used, like if there is any medication that is introduced or anything rolled out new. So we have to remember all those things. So that is a little difficult to remember for me, basically.
Current affairs, I recall just one technique I follow, and this way I just maximum thing I can recall, no issue.
I think repetition is important in that case.
And just mindly anything. Just morning time I read newspaper, and before sleep I just again I try recall everything, or just current data, anything current related. I just try again I read before sleep, and it
Mm.
is very helpful. And next day when I wake up, just no issue. I recall everything. Before day how just what kind of news I read. I everything recall, no issue. Maximum thing I can recall, no issue.
Okay, it means you are brilliant, intelligent, and I can say your retention power is great. That's why I guess you are able to recall and remember for a longer period of time. Hmm.
But
Okay.
when I had this full time, I hmm?
May I know the books
Can
too?
you
The name
something
of the
saying?
books? Yeah, yeah. May I know the name of the books too, which you love reading in your free time?
Nowadays, just I just only read my UPSC books, not other books. But I really interested also other books. I try reading,
Hmm.
like Sudha Murthy ma'am. I love her, story books,
Hmm.
and APJ Abdul Kalam, just biography. I
Hmm.
want to read, but not now. After clear UPSC, I definitely read. It is my mind have.
Hmm. So you must
But
have a
nowadays, I just only focus my UPSC.
Okay. So as you really are, I guess, voracious reader now, you consider yourself. So maybe you must have a proper list, like I want to read this much books and written by those people. Do you have anything in your mind that I want to read these books? Any list?
List not saying, just 2 to 3 books. I know, just is saying APJ Abdul Kalam, sir, biography book. I want to read, and I also Sudha Murthy ma'am. Many television speaker. She is very, and her books from many positive things also have, and I want to read her book.
Hmm.
And just my mind is have many books, but not listed.
Okay. You haven't just listed them, but yeah, you have all those books in your mind. Okay, great, great to know. Okay. Yeah, our meeting is going to end very soon. Anything else that you want to discuss? how do you usually spend your weekend, or is it the same routine on weekends, like on Saturday, Sunday? Is it the same routine you follow, or you follow something separate, like different?
For I just defer a routine. Not I don't go anywhere outside. I just Sunday for I just my revision all thing. I just revision, not new subject. I don't read. I just only focus. Sunday I just whole day I just revision current affairs more and more. And whole week which kind of subject I read mostly. I try revision them.
You try to
So
revise all
this is my
those. Hmm.
yeah.
Got it, got it. But for weekdays, you are continuously studying for 6 to 7 hours. So don't you think that you should take a little break on Sundays? Because on Sundays, I guess you must be reading much more things because you are revising the whole syllabus which you have covered in last 6 days. So don't you think that you should take break? So how many hours do you study on Sundays?
Sunday I just 8 to 9 hours because I just I make a revision perspective. I just make short notes, and these
Hmm.
short notes I just revision. Not, everything whole I whatever I 6 days I read, it is impossible. I do revision. So this reason I make my short notes, and these
Hmm.
short notes I mainly revision.
Oh.
And many Sunday I take break 1 hour for I love watching movie, and also many not every Sunday, but I try to alternate Sunday. I watching movie also.
Hmm. Okay. So as I found you very serious aspirant of UPSC, so do you make in the morning the to-do list, like these are the things I have to read in the day, and then allocating a proper time hours to, like, for 1 hour for this particular subject and 2 hours for solving this particular exam, like mock test. Do you make to-do list?
Yeah, nowadays I make like this. Not time just 1 hour to I don't make. I just before sleep every day I try. Next day whatever I do, just I every day basis I do. I make my goal. Just like today night, I just make tomorrow what kind of subject I read, and how many subject, how many chapter I read. I just a list, but not time taken like quality. I 2 hours, 3 hours, like not like this. I
Hmm.
just subject and topic I just fix, and how much time need I do study, but not any fixed any subject wise. I not.
Got it, got it. Because I used to make to-do lists a lot. Like it is in me already. Like it's not like I'm preparing for banking. That's why when I go with to-do list, it is clear to my mind like what
Hmm.
are the things I need to focus upon. Otherwise, I feel like disturbed or scattered, and I don't get what is next, what I need to do, what is the thing that I need to focus upon. So I just make to-do list whenever as soon as I start my day, like after sitting here in the morning, I first note down the station timings, and then I note down the other things which I need to focus upon. Because it is easy for our mind to, after completing one, I can go directly with the second task. Otherwise, it is sometimes very difficult to manage time and very difficult to control our mind to just start, aimlessly scrolling on Instagram or on YouTube. So I don't want to do that. I just want to maintain the consistency with my practices, with my work. So that's why I make the to-do list every day.
Right, ma'am. And I always try every day. Just 11 p.m. before I try my goal every day. I try as and
That's
then I
again
go
good.
to sleep.
That's
And
again good.
many days also are not completed, and this kind of that kind of day I just try extra 1 hours because many days
Mm.
just 1 hours I study, and then I night time I try one just 1 hours extra time I give, and I completed my goal. But every day basis I try to my goal. I time completed.
Okay, and how do you feel when you are not able to complete all the tasks which you have just assigned to yourself? And you're not able. Yeah, I'm 100% sure because I was also not able to do that. I used to complete 80%, sometimes 70%, but not 100%. No one can do that. We make full whole to-do list, but we are able to complete 70 to 80%. And that is enough if we are able. But how do you feel when you are not able to complete 100%?
I also same, just 100% I not just 90% mostly I completed. And
Hmm.
next day I try this thing, a pending thing. I next day I try cover. Like this way
Okay. Hmm.
yeah, I
Yes. Good, good, good. Okay. Yeah, so hmm. It
because
was
100% it is not possible.
it is not
Uh,
possible. It is not possible. Yeah, I know that. Sometimes I was able to complete it, but always 80%. And I was satisfied with 80% because I was doing it very consistently. So, yes. And I also had the same habit to start with the remaining things next day. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So, I was
I
saying,
also follow same.
right. It was really lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for connecting to me. It was really a pleasure to have you here and to have a word with you. I enjoyed talking to you. Thank you so much. It was lovely. Yeah.
Nice to talk to you, ma'am. And many times just few months from I waiting for your reply.
Hmm.
Many YouTuber also I follow. Like first of all, I your channel, Sunil sir channel. Many channels also I follow and I mail them because I try practice more and more in English.
Hmm. Okay. So, did you talk to them?
Hmm.
Did you talk to them with Sunil, Ashutosh? Did you talk to them?
Uh, no, yeah, Ashu official. Yeah, I also follow her YouTube channel, but not talk to now. But many YouTuber together I also talk to them.